Hello everybody, this is Dino GTO, and this is going to be a very quick review of the T-34 100 Tier 7 Czechslovakian medium tank. Now, quick thing is to run through about this machine. High alpha for Tier 7, good pen, half decent aiming time, not great but okay. And the reason why I say that is because this thing cannot use vertical stabilizer, so the aiming time feels longer than 2.3 seconds. So, yeah. Overall, mobility-wise, it's pretty good, but its acceleration can feel a bit lacking, and it does struggle when it comes to hills because instead of having 600 horsepower like the T-34 at Tier 6 does, it only has 520. And even though it has better terrain resistances than the Tier 6 T-34, it doesn't quite make up for the lack of engine power that this thing has. And you can feel that if you've driven the T-34 100 and you've driven the T-34. You can definitely say that you can actually feel the difference. And another area where it lacks behind the T-34 is gun depression, but that comes with the slightly bigger cannon this thing gets. I think if this thing had 7 degrees gun depression and a 600 horsepower engine, this thing would probably be the best Tier 7 medium tank in the game. But it doesn't, so it's kind of middle of the road. Now, armor-wise, it's not great. It has 45 front, 45 side, 45 rear, so it's consistent, but it's not consistently good, it's kind of consistently mediocre. But the one good thing about this machine is it is all well angled. And because it's well angled, you can get a lot of just feeling depends because of just the raw angle of the machine. Like this thing can side scrape because the side armor is sloped, and because it's 45mm thick, you need a gun that's 136mm in caliber or bigger in order to overmatch the side armor, which is nice. So it's not like 40mm where all the Russian 122s will just go straight through you like butter. So that's a good thing. Now on to the health. Health 1100. I think that's one of the highest for a Tier 7 medium tank, only behind the Panther and I think the Chiri. So yeah, it's pretty good overall. View range 370 meters. I used what you call them, binoculars on mine, so I typically like to keep my distance in mind. I felt like that was the best way of making use of the characteristics of the machine. It wasn't as fun to play as a lot of other Tier 7 mediums. Like if you look at the T-34-1, it's much more capable at just getting close and just kind of wrecking them at close range. In fact, you're kind of encouraged to go to close range because your dispersion's crap, your aim time's crap. But because you have such a strong turret on this thing, and because you're such a small, low-profile machine, you can get to close range. You can do the Soviet side hug, as it's called, where you just get to the side armor of the enemy and just kind of unload shots into their side. Meanwhile, they just bounce off the turret. So this is very good at that sort of thing. The T-34 100 definitely needs to maintain range in order to do what it does at its best. So just be aware of that. And reverse speed 20 kilometers an hour, it can fall back pretty quickly, which is good because you typically won't be taking a shot, falling back, waiting until the enemy loses interest in shooting at you. You typically don't want to be too aggressive. You want to get into a position where you can shoot at enemies who aren't going to be paying attention to you, because you may have 1100 health, but that health disappears very quickly if you are not careful. So that's, I think, the bulk of the stats I really need to run over with this machine. Also, yeah, this is the last thing I'm going to say. The power to weight ratio is 15.4, not the greatest. As I said, I think earlier, this thing can struggle when it comes to hills, and it doesn't maintain its speed very well when it's turning. So if you want an idea of what that kind of power to weight ratio is like, play the IS. The IS has almost identical power to weight ratio, which is kind of funny, but the IS gets a way lower top speed, so kind of makes sense. Oh well, I said kind of makes sense. It kind of makes it a bit more balanced. The IS is a great tank. The Constructa, I'm probably going to sell, honestly, because it is a really cool looking model. I will say that. I do like the model of this machine, but it's not my idea of fun, honestly. And that's typically what you play this game for. Like, that's why I kept the Tiger 2. I kept the Tiger 2 because it's fun. This thing here isn't as much fun to play as something like the Tiger 2. It's not as much fun to play as something like the VK3002D or the T-34-1. So yeah, that's kind of my assessment of it. Next thing is going to be the gameplay. Okay, we're back with the gameplay. Just realized I needed this. Just quickly, this is a tier 7 match on, what's this map called again? Swamp? I think it's Swamp, and I'm really struggling to hit that for some reason. For some bizarre reason, the enemy artillery decided to head up north. Really not sure why. And try a just on the move shot at the M4. If it had hit, it would have been nice, but it didn't hit, so I'm not too worried about it. Spasu 100. Half aim the shot and it hits, which is nice. Going to aim another shot at this guy. Unfortunately, he kind of falls back behind the terrain. So I'm kind of looking for a shot, and then the comet pops out. Stick a shot into him. Now you can already see that the damage mounts up pretty quickly, especially versus tier 6s. Versus tier 6s, this thing absolutely shreds them. Doing 250 alpha per shot. You can 3-shot. You will 3-shot every tier 7 tank destroyer that I can think of, and you will, I think. Oh, and there's the artillery. Not entirely sure why he was there, but I'll take the kill. You will 3-shot, I think, every tier 6 tank destroyer. I meant to say not tier 7. But yeah, here's an M4. I'm not really too worried. He has a derp gun, so he's not going to do that much damage per shot. I have 45 side armor, or 45 front armor. He's not going to pin me consistently with that amount, with the 53 pin I think the thing gets, so not too worried. Just kill him off. Anyway, just in case he does any module damage to me, so. Now, on to dealing with the Cromwell. Oh, actually no, I forgot. T-345 is actually in view. Very nearly one-shot him from 270 health. Was very, very close there. But I'm not too worried about it. I'm just going to now focus down the Cromwell. And here you're going to see me 3-shot a Cromwell. Now, you can really get a feel for how much alpha this thing does per shot. It feels so meaty. It just wrecks enemy tanks so quickly. In fact, can I actually see what the high roll? No, I can't. So this thing can roll 25% above 250. So what's 25% of 250? 125 is up and just kill this at 100. 125 is half, so 67.5. Is that right? No, 62.5 I think. So this thing can roll above 300, and I have had it roll over 300. So that's going to do damage no matter what tier of enemy you're facing. So just going to kind of kill off T-43, and this is kind of showing off the playstyle that I mentioned earlier. And this was just a total me not paying attention moment. I didn't even notice that guy was there until I looked at the minimap, because he just wasn't paying attention at all. I think that guy may have been having a lot of lag, because he did kind of react to me, but he reacted to me really, really slowly. But here is where you can see the ammo situation, which I was talking about. I only have 2 shots of AP left. I'm loading a high explosive shell because it's a Hellcat, and the Hellcat, if I fire high explosive, I think I can 2-shot a Hellcat. I think 300. Yeah, I can definitely 2-shot a Hellcat. I look at the M44, but I'm gonna have to risk it and just go for the Hellcat and try and kill him off as fast as possible. I just ram him to death. I didn't even remember doing that. That's awesome. But yeah, I have, I think, triple the armor of a Hellcat, because the Hellcat's paper. But I'm going to go for the arty. I've just noticed I'm on 7 kills. So, just going to head down here. I'm going to try and approach from an unexpected angle from the artillery. So, I'm going to head around here and try and surprise the artillery so I can get the kill. Going to aim the shot, don't want to miss. And I think the guy actually fired off a shot, but he didn't hit me, so yeah. At this point, I was just trying to farm some cap points, because why not? So, yeah, that was that game. 8 kills. Pretty nice game overall. And you really get a feel for how the alpha on this gun feels. Now, the Leo is coming next patch, the Tier 7 Swedish medium tank, and that thing's main thing will be alpha damage. I think it gets a 105mm gun at Tier 7, so that's pretty damn potent. So I guess that thing, it mainly has the downside of really, really bad gun stats to counteract 300 alpha is going to do. But this thing still has, I think, the most consistent 100mm or round 100mm caliber gun in Tier 7. So overall, I like it. The gun is really nice to use, but the playstyle isn't 100% for me. If you're more of a passive player, I think this tank will be perfect for you. But I'm more of an aggressive player, so I don't think I'm going to keep it, honestly. Even though I love the model, I really do love the model. I think it's awesome looking. Let's just wait for this to load. But yeah, you can see. Yeah, I got a gun mark as well. I forgot about that. I really like all the little details on this thing's model, and I like the turret as well. I think the turret looks cool. So I really like the model, but I don't think I'm going to keep the tank. I just don't think I like to play it enough to warrant keeping it. So yeah, on to the stats. I've just realized I've been talking about this here for like an extra minute after the game ended. So yeah, on to the stats next. Okay, these are the stats. I got an ace tanker, first one ever I got in this machine. Bradley Walters, high caliber, top gun, and tank sniper. I got 1300 base XP, about 3400 damage, which is pretty damn nice. And I was really proud to finally get my first ace tanker in this machine. I already had gun mark before I got my first ace tanker in this machine, but overall it's not a bad machine. It's not the worst tier 7 ever. In fact, no, it's nowhere near the worst tier 7 ever. I mean, have you seen the French tier 7 tank destroyer? That thing's awful. But overall, this machine is pretty middle of the road for tier 7. It's okay in a lot of regards, but it kind of sucks in some regards too. The main thing that lets it down is really the power to weight ratio. I think if the power to weight ratio was a bit better, then this thing would be probably up there with the best tier 7s in the game. Honestly, its gun stats are great. Like when I initially looked at them, I feel like I think I remember saying that I didn't like how the gun handled. Like when I first drove this thing, I thought it was very, very awkward. But then I changed my playstyle of the machine, and after that, I finally got the hang of it and finally started having good games in it. So yeah, overall, pretty good machine. Not the greatest machine ever. As I said, I'm probably going to sell it, but I can see why some people would like it. So I think that's pretty much everything I have to say on this machine. So thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.